Michaeline, I've seen as a psychologist that men and women have different grieving styles, especially to major trauma. Have you seen that with the loss of a baby through miscarriage, these differences in styles?
We certainly have. And although it does tend to fall kind of stereotypically, men and women, not always. And it's what's called like a more of an emotional style or an intuitive style, or more of an action style, of an instrumental style.
So it's the guy's an action style?
Typically, yes, but not always.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, we have a little vignette that illustrates, I think, what you're trying to say. The differences in style between a father and a mother, as you say, not always, but commonly. Well, we didn't expect that, did we?
We sure didn't.
You okay?
No, I'm not okay.
What can I do?
I don't know. Pray for me. Pray for our baby.
You know I'm going to do that. Moms feel different ways. You carried the baby. You carried our baby. I think even if I tried, I'm not sure I could feel what you feel.
But you still have to feel the loss of our child. You're that baby's father. It's not just a matter of carrying a baby. Oh, it's terrible.
What do you want me to say? I wish
I just want you to love me, Ray. I mean, there's nothing you can do to change it or...
Well, I do. You know I do that. Show you. I've never experienced something
Neither
like this
have
before. I know. That was a dumb thing to say.
But it's a loss for both of us.
You know how helpless I feel sometimes. I just feel helpless. Okay, I want to make it better, and I can't. And I see you like this. I've never seen you like this ever.
Nothing like this has ever happened before to me. Terrible. The noise, the sounds of the machine when they had to give me the DNC. Oh, it's terrible. It's awful.
You want to be by yourself? Do you?
I guess for a little bit, but don't leave me for long, please.
I'm going to go out. You've been asking me to fix that seatbelt in the car. I'll go take care of that for you now.
All right. I love you.
Me too. You might have recognized the fellow that played Dad. I jumped in on it. It was my big chance to be a star. And of course, you recognize Janet. She's always with us in our role play. Michaeline, analyze the dad and the mom in that scenario.
Yeah, well, I saw two people trying to connect, but they weren't. They were having trouble doing it. And I think I
did my best.
I know, actually, I know you did. But I think, right, when we're shocked and we're overwhelmed. And I think I was interpreting that you were feeling a bit overwhelmed with all
helpless.
of the emotion that was going on. Right.
I didn't connect as well as I could have?
Well, you were doing your best in the moment.
I was doing my best.
You were. But I think for her, seeing that just kind of that overwhelm and the emotion, but it also seemed like she was expecting you to say certain things and do certain things, but you didn't know what to do. And I think that's pretty common in our society. Unfortunately, for some, that turns into hurt and pain and resentment that sometimes will last for years and even create quite difficulties within the relationship.
The danger then is to take it personally. In other words, my wife was hurt and upset because I didn't know exactly what to say or how to say it. So she was kind of taking that personally. If you loved me more, you'd know.
Right.
I was taking it personally because she kept seemingly demanding that I say something, and I was trying, and it didn't look like she was being tolerant. So what you're saying is, recognize those differences and recognize the honesty in trying to reach across the grieving bridge.
Absolutely. And that would be what should be one of many conversations. And if that couple can keep talking about it and listening to each other, they're going to be able to work through it.
Good stuff.